Car insurance prices are going out of control. So I've done my little 10-point list of how you could possibly reduce the price of your car insurance premium. So go grab yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and or a beer even, and sit down, and it may help. It may be you already know all this, but can't hurt, can it? So number one, and it's pretty obvious really. So it's shop around. Go on your comparison sites like your Money Supermarket or Go Compare, because all these insurance companies rely on your apathy. Basically, the easiest route, the path of least resistance, is just to renew and accept your renewal price. So use these websites to, even if you don't change, sometimes you can go back to your existing insurer and you can say, well, you're actually on Go Compare offering me a cheaper price. Why can't you do that in the first place? I'm going to leave somewhere else. And they'll go, oh, sorry, yes, all right, we'll match our own price on the comparison site. So I hate when they do that. It's like, why couldn't they do that in the first place? It does really annoy me. And, um, so, keep the money in your pocket, shop around. That's number one. Number two, timing your renewal right. Now, this is a little bit of a difficult one, really, because how can you time your renewal right when your renewal is when you first insured your car to begin with, unless you sort of keep the car on the drive and don't use it and let it lapse for a different renewal date. But the reason for timing your renewal right, what studies show, according to the Tinternet, renewing 21 to 26 days before your policy expires gets the best rate. So I haven't put this to my test really. I mean, going back to number one, if you go in on a Go Compare site or supermarket comparison site, you're going to start shopping around earlier anyway. So, number one and two are a joint, really, I would say. Adjusting your excess. So, if you know you're a safe driver, I know you can't foresee what other people are going to do to you, but if you know you're a safe driver, go for a higher excess. That will reduce your premium because they're taking less risk. So that is number three. That is pretty simple to do. Number four, pay annually instead of monthly, because they charge a premium for interest on top, much as 20-25%. So if you pay a lump sum, I know not everybody can do that, you will save yourself money. I don't like this one. Number five, use telematics, which is the black box fitted to your car. It's basically Big Brother watching what you're doing and how you're driving and reporting back to the insurance company. I don't particularly like this one, but it does get you a cheaper insurance price. You can also, if you don't want anything fitted to your car, you can download the smartphone app for telematics if you have a smartphone, which does the same thing. How it knows you're driving and not sitting in the car, somebody else's car as a passenger, must have some built-in feature, because you could go out with your friends, they could be a bit reckless and that gets reported back to your insurance. So I don't know quite how that one works. Now, this is a good one. This is what I use myself. Put on a named driver, such as your spouse or your partner, which will lower your premium, oddly, because you're not the sole driver of that car. There could be somebody else driving, which you could argue increases the risk, because it depends what the other person does. But it is a known thing, and I've done it myself. I put my wife on all my policies, and it does reduce the price. So there you go. Where are we now? So cut the unnecessary extras. Now, I recently renewed. I do take the legal protection, and because my cars are older cars, I do take the breakdown cover, because it's actually cheaper than taking out a AA or RAC policy at the time I went to car insurance. But um, you can do without it if you've got a brand new car, for instance. Sometimes they have breakdown cover thrown in with the deal of your car, or your car is brand new, it's less likely to break down, so you could just take the risk. So that will shave off. And I noticed a premium cropped in for civil unrest or wars, to tick the box and pay a bit extra, so you're covered if your car gets blown up or destroyed in a riot. So that I've not seen that one before, but they're creeping in. They're trying to find all new ways of getting money out of us, aren't they? Yeah. I don't agree with this one, really. Choose the right car, as in you should be able to choose the car that you want. But yeah, if you have some piddly little low engine car, you're going to pay less insurance. But if you go for something sort of sporty, then you're going to pay a premium. But it's just like life, isn't it? Yeah, you pay, if you're buying a watch and you buy a Casio, you're going to pay more if you want to buy a Rolex. So yeah, it's just life. Keeping your car secure. And not everyone can do this, because not everybody's got a garage or a driveway, so it's a little bit unfair. But yeah, if you can say your car's kept in a secure compound or on the driveway or locked in a garage, you're going to save a little bit of money. But there you go. Oh yeah, well, this is obvious one, is build your no claims bonus and protect your no claims bonus. It's bit of an obvious one, that really, but I've noticed that on no claims that they're capping it now. It's like they just, some places don't give you any more than 9-10 years. There's some places even less. So yeah. What else we've got? The other thing is mileage. A lot of the time people overestimate how many miles they're going to do, and they're paying for that. So if your car is an older car that goes through an MOT, it tells you exactly from year to year what mileage you've done. So just insure it for that. Don't overestimate, because all the time that I've been driving, I have never once been penalised by an insurance company for doing more miles than I've stated, because it's roughly what I do every year is what I say I do, going by my MOT certificates. So, if you go over a few miles, I've never known anyone to be penalised for it. Maybe maybe you will if you're on a finance contract and you've got a contract to do only 5,000 miles a year and you end up doing 10. They're going to charge you pence per mile, but that's something different. That's not insurance. So anyway, there's my little tips for trying to reduce how much we get ripped off by in this country. Drive safely. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.